Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Nightmare version Invasion. Now, as you can probably see, my voice is not syncing up to the camera because I did something stupid when recording, and I didn't check my microphone, and it ended up having really horrible distorted sounds. So, unfortunately, I have to dub over this episode. The reason why I can't just go back and re-record it is because, like an idiot also, I saved over the file, so I would have had to restart the game just to get back to this point here. Anyway, what I'm basically saying here is that I'm going to go for this game full force, and so I head straight into the basement. I'm still going to read the parts for you. I'm like very shocked at this point because it's this guy.
You look tougher than the others. Are you the leader of these critters?
I messed up a few times trying to say the word.
It sounds like you are confirming it. If this is what has to be done.
Nidoking. But yeah, this boss battle, I tell you, was an absolute bitch. Because fighting this guy, what I was so shocked about was the fact that he could literally double dash. So if you notice, he just runs down really fast. And obviously that is difficult enough, as I've been reiterating over and over, like how to defeat these guys, because they're just so unpredictable. What I found was while trying to circle around and getting him in line of fire, he was always weaving around trying to dodge me. It was so difficult. And it was such a long fight as well. Like in the end, you'll notice that I cut through it because it's just too long to kill this guy. I think it took me an estimation of around 7 minutes to kill him, and that was in one fight. It was absolutely unreal. As you can see, like he's a beast. His speed overpowered. He requires so many bullets to kill him. And he's just one scary boss. He is one mean boss, especially for the first boss of the game. But that also like throws my theory out of like that I must be close to the end, because after all, he's the first boss, and like there surely must be more. As you can see, yeah, I cut it there. Finally defeat him. I died to him the first time. That was not fun. But I also mentioned about the poison during it. It's like it wasn't affecting me during the fight, and I'm guessing that was just to make the fight a little bit easier. But oh yeah, and then found HP up, which was great. It's like, it reminds me of the Zelda boss battles. When you kill a boss, you get a heart, so you get extra life. It's kind of like that. I thought that was pretty sweet. There's good use of the term HP up for it. But yeah, anyway, I go past this point, I'm like, well, sweet, I've killed the first boss. But then I was a little bit stumped on what to do next, because the only things I could think of, which were from the last episode, when I rechecked what I'd done, I realised that I'd missed the train station. I went up to it and said, yeah, I've been in here, but in reality I hadn't been down the stairs, because last time I went to go and save instead of actually going inside. So I finally made my way into here this time, and it was quite strange. First thing that caught my eye was the unknowns just there on the wall. I wasn't sure what they were. And in the end I worked out it was graffiti. It wasn't anything of significance. But yeah, to see another monster here. He was rather easy to deal with because it was a straight line, so no trouble there. Look at me being super serious. Just sat there and just like focusing on the game. Oh, I was really chuffed that there was a potion there, because that boss battle, it wiped out 4 of my potions out of the 5 I had, so I really needed them. So at this point, again, I was incredibly confused, because I was expecting like to go across there and enter an area that I hadn't been before, but there was no door. I was like, that was quite confusing. I finally ended up going over there and clicking on the rubble. It just told me there was rubble in the way, like you'll see in a second, but it's just like, that's not very helpful. Do I need like rock smash, or is it just an inaccessible area? But either way, it all seemed a little bit kind of like, why did I need to go here? There wasn't anything here for me apart from one monster guy. and maybe it was just that I had to kill the monster guy to progress. And there was no significance of the train station, which is a shame, because I was hoping there'd be something more than that. But yeah, after exploring this area, I remembered that I picked up a police key, which was in the room before I got kidnapped, I believe. Can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I continued down to the police station, obviously, for that. Like, use my noggin and actually get some accomplishments done. So here I entered the police station. Potion, always helpful. Got back up to 3 potions, much needed, especially if another boss battle comes my way. I mean, again, that's such a struggle. I know I've said this loads and loads of times, like especially in the last episode, but the combat is just what drags this game down, in my opinion. I think this game has a great story. It's a great premise, and to be based on a Pokemon game as well makes it even like more special in my heart, because I love Pokemon games. But it's not Pokemon combat for a start. It's like, that's a little bit disappointing, but I can understand why. And secondly, it's just too awkward to do it in like stepping, and especially when it's going double speed, or you've got 2 on you and they're just surrounding you. But yeah, enough of that. It's not good for me to continue on that. Like other aspects of the game that I enjoy, obviously like the story, I absolutely adore it. I think it's genius, and to work it into a Pokemon game like that with Pokemon graphics just makes it all the more special. I love horror generally, so this appeals to me. And I like the mechanics of it as well, because like you see a lot of horror games that are pixelated, such as, for example, Ib or Ebe. It depends how you say it. There's Witch's House, Misao. There's loads of them that are like either Japanese, Korean sort of thing. I was really surprised by that Snorlax. I don't remember seeing that last time. But yeah, but these games, like, I've played them all, and I absolutely adore these types of games. So again, this puts this game on a good foot for me. A decent horror game does not need to be realistic. It does not need to be 3D perspective. And something that it looks real, to make it feel real, because games like that quite often, in my opinion, fall on their feet. They throw these things at you, but they're trying to be realistic, but they're just not. So yeah, at this point, I was like stumped for ages, so I was looking around and back in the Pokemon Mart. But eventually came back, tried the door, and it turns out I could go back into Jinko. So I was like, oh, okay then, a bit strange, but guess I killed enough monsters, so I guess it just unlocked the next part of the story, sort of thing. So it probably was worth going in the train station, probably had to. What I loved about this bit, and I was singing along to, unfortunately you can't hear my absolutely wonderful singing, was it's Silphco music, so I was just going along to it all the way. It's great. But yeah, this bit, it's just like the whole room started shaking, which was quite terrifying. There are loud noises in my ears. And as it turns out, a lot of the area is barred off by electric bars in Jinko, so it's not easy to get around. So there's some sort of puzzle that I have to solve. So yeah, it's telling me when I go to that door over there, which I assume is the next place to go, and probably some of those alien Alakazams that I have to deal with, it needs a card key. And where have I heard that before? There was a card key area in the first area I had to go. So I was assuming that it's probably in this building somewhere, because it's Silphco, Jinko, you know, like the original games, the card key was there. But it could be anywhere, so that's going to be fun to search for. So yeah, then I continue like through the building, just explore everything, see what I find. I don't find anything really, so it's kind of depressing. I'm kind of like in a jam at the moment. I said originally at the end of the video, there's no way I'm going to cheat. Like I'm not going to look this up. You'll never find me doing something like that. Ha ha ha. But yeah, the honest God named truth is, I probably will cheat. Like, and that's what I might. You know what I might do is I might just go through the game just for a brief bit and try and find it, and then just show you where I found it in the next episode. But no, I'm kind of lazy, so that might not happen. But yeah, so this pretty much brings up close to the end of the episode, so I might as well say goodbye here. If you enjoyed the video, then like and subscribe. I apologise for fucking up the microphone. And yeah, you can see me going wild there. Not apologising, but saying if you like and subscribe. I'm confused, but yeah, thanks for watching.